Hey everybody, this is Shanita. Welcome back to another video. So believe it or not, I don't have anything to show you guys today. I actually want to talk to you about spring hair care. The seasons have now turned and we're to a different season. And so a lot of people don't think about the fact that seasons have changed, temperatures have changed, there's a lot going on in the air, and you also need to reevaluate your hair care. If you've never been here before, my name is Shanita. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will pick up something here that will help you on your natural hair journey. I just want to give you something to think about that while we're so busy with life, maybe you just haven't had time to even process or give any thought. So I want to be here to remind you about things you can do to switch out routines for your hair care that will help your hair coming in this warmer season, okay? So if you're interested in seeing these 6 tips that I've got to share with you to help you to manage your spring hair care, stay tuned. Okay, so first thing is be mindful. I'm so used to saying natural hair care. This is for all hair types, no matter what your hair is. These hair care tips will help you, okay? So, what I was saying is, we have to reevaluate the seasons. And so the trees and grass and leaves are blooming again. We switch out the kind of foods we eat. We switch out where and how we travel. We switch out how we dress. And so while you're switching out those things, don't forget your hair care. Okay, so the first thing is, this is going to be easy and fast. We can choose to use less tools. You want to wear your hair a little bit more natural in the springtime. Take advantage of the warmer air and cut down on the flat irons, on the blowouts. I know that's a big thing around the holidays. People tend to do that to their hair around the holidays when they're going to visit family or be out of town or whatever it is. And this is the time now to put the hot tools aside and just do more styles that cause you less friction and less manipulation. Simple as that. And then number 2 is to take advantage of the warmer air again and just air dry your hair. So this is a great time to, ditch and be able to get rid of all that accidental damage and just air dry your hair. Try to do more styles where you can air dry. It's warmer, so you can feel more comfortable sleeping in damp hair, or if you have hair that you can wash and go. Now it's warmer, you don't feel as uncomfortable walking around and letting the air just subtly dry your hair. So much better for your hair. Number 2, the second thing is to be sure that you trim your hair. Visit a stylist if someone else trims your hair. This is just kind of that thing to talk about. For me, I know during the seasons, our hair changes. During the winter time, we can do a lot of different things to it that cause the end. We can do that any time of year, right? Just cause the ends to get frazzled and broken off, and you got a lot of split ends. The spring is a great time to just shape all of that damage up from the winter time. I try to trim my hair once every 3 months. So that's really once every season. So at the beginning of every season is when I will kind of mentally schedule to know that is the time that I need to trim my hair. I can usually tell it when I'm doing my hair. The ends just get a little rougher. They won't curl right. They're looking thin and straggly. Your hairstyle and your hair care as a whole will be so much beneficial to your hair if you trim those ends off and just start fresh for the new season. And that way you're minimizing your damage and you are making your hair just shape and look better as well. So don't forget to trim off those ends, or get whoever that trim your ends to trim your ends. This is a great time to do it. Number 4, let's say goodbye to frizz. With all the heat and humidity that comes with the warmer weather, unfortunately, comes the frizz, because you're going to get a lot of frizz when you deal with a lot of heat and humidity. So in the spring season, I know people who use more of an anti-frizz serum rather than a light oil during the summer or springtime, because it helps to kind of lay down the cuticles on that hair and then you don't have as much frizz. I know serums are typically associated with being having cones in them, but there are so many companies now that are doing them that don't have cones. There are natural ways to get an anti-frizz serum that doesn't have a cone in it. You might pay a little bit more, but I think it's worth it if you don't want to deal with walking out the house with your hair looking one way and coming back in with an afro, or all of your definition gone because the humidity and the heat just took it under. So you probably want to look for some that may have some polymers or some copolymers in it. Those are good substitutes for cones that kind of do the same thing. And I do see that sometimes in the product. So maybe look for that. It's a healthier option, and it'll help to lay down some of that frizz and hold your hair intact a little bit more so that you don't have to deal with the humidity just taking over and completely rearranging your hair. And also, this is the time of year when you might want to use more lighter gels. You can use more mousses, lighter creams. You don't have to really pile heavier products down onto your hair. So for someone who may have just turned natural in the wintertime and have only used butters and thick products, you might find that you can use some lighter things in the springtime and just kind of let your hair blow and flow and be natural. There's a way to combat all that frizz without having to just pile heavy products on your hair. So look for serums, like I said, that have more of those copolymers in it. It helps to kind of lay down some of that frizz and protect your hair from so much heat and humidity. Number 5, condition. You knew that was going to be in here. When it's extremely cold or extremely warm, in both instances, we have to condition our hair. We have to keep our hair conditioned in all seasons, but especially when it's really cold or really hot, because the heat, whether it's from the dry heat or from the humidity heat, just sucks all the conditioning out of your hair. Be sure that you keep up with your regular deep conditioning routines. You want to keep tabs on your hair to make sure that you're still carrying a good moisture protein balance. I tend to not have to use proteins as much in the summertime or the springtime, but that is just me. But you check your hair after you're, brushing it, washing it. Make sure you're not getting those little short pieces of hair, because that might indicate that you might need to use either products that have some Ayurvedic herbs in it which strengthen the hair, or maybe even a lighter protein treatment. And it's also a good time for more co-washes. So if say in the wintertime when we have to use heavier products and they really weigh down the hair because you're trying so hard to coat the hair to keep the moisture in, when it gets a little warmer, you don't have to use those heavier oils and heavy butters as much in the springtime. And so if you don't have to do that, then you may not have to shampoo as often. Maybe you can swap out one of your shampoos for co-wash instead. Your hair will love that. Still do the shampoo, but maybe only once or twice a month use a shampoo. And I know there are some people who are just shampoo people every week. Find a mild, gentle one that works for you. That is fine. But for those of us who have to really load our hair down with heavier products, maybe more often you can do a co-wash and not have to use as much shampoo, which won't strip out your hair, and the co-washing will put more moisture in. Just think about that and use it as an option and try to feel out if that's something that may or may not work for your hair. Nothing beats a failure but a try. You just have to try it to know. There's just no formula to be able to tell you, yes, your hair would benefit from co-washes, whereas the other person's won't. Just give it a try and see how it works out for you. Number 6 is, of course, we're going to talk about what we put inside our body. You have to remember that you are what you eat. What you are eating affects your body, and it also affects where your hair is growing from. It's growing from the roots that is inside of your body. So you want to be sure to keep hydrated. You want to be sure to, that's typically a time when we kind of back away from the heavier foods and just eat more light. And sometimes we just like stuff that's colder or not cooked as much. You want to make sure that you're getting plenty of nutrient dense foods, particularly those that have omega and fatty acids in it, because you want to encourage the growth and the longevity of keeping your hair intact. So more salmon, more avocados. There are tons of ways you can get omegas in your diet. So look those up. If you're not a person who eats a lot of those foods, maybe you can go get a supplement in this case to just make sure that your body is getting all the nutrient rich foods that it needs so your roots can be healthy. Healthy roots, healthy hair. And also because this is the time when all those different colors, fruit and vegetables that you might not have gotten in the winter time are starting to bloom, and you'll see more of them in your supermarket. Be sure to stock up on the soft shiny ones, more berries, things that contain more vitamin C. Be sure that you get a nice colorful rich variety of fruit and vegetables We all know that that's so good for your body. And again, good for your body, it'll be good for your hair. And by all means, stay hydrated. And this is still part of number 6. Stay hydrated. In the wintertime, it's easy to dry out. I sleep with a humidifier in the wintertime because the air is just so dry. And I literally wake up feeling like my skin is cracking or my lips are chapped from the dry air. So sleeping with the humidifier helps in those instances. But then in the warmer weather, like you get the heat and the humidity. And again, anytime you say heat, instantly think dry hair. So I will sometimes in the heart of the summertime when it's really, really hot, I also will sleep with my humidifier because I want to keep moisture in the air. You keep it in your air, and then of course your skin and your hair benefits. And so you want to be sure that you're looking and paying attention to what's going on the inside if you're struggling a lot with your hair. A lot of people don't realize how much that transfers to their hair. There's this ongoing thing now that I saw on Instagram where people are showing what a person eats, and it's like all these sodas and processed foods and junk foods and snacks and donuts and pizzas and all those kind of foods. And then we try to be so bougie and cognizant about what we use on our hair. Like, that makes no sense. It makes more sense to put the good stuff on the inside of your body because your hair is growing from your roots, which picks up from the nutrients that are in your body. So be sure that you're just as committed to putting good things inside your body as you are putting on your hair, because we're all trying to use healthier ingredients. We're doing more natural things and very picky about the ingredients that we put that are in products that we put in our hair. Well, all of that is for naught if the inside is just wrecked with, first of all, not being dehydrated and not being properly taken care of so that your roots doesn't have enough to feed off of to grow. Okay, so that is it. That's my spiel. I really can't think of anything else that I have not said. There may have been 2 or 3 little tips in each bullet point, you guys. I don't even know if I even named 6, but I just wanted to hit on those. So for those of you who are maybe newly natural or just don't think about switching up your hair routines in the springtime, those are some tips for you. Hopefully some of them will benefit you. And I know all of you have other tips that you can name. So what are some of the things that you do differently in the spring and warmer weather that you don't do in the wintertime? Or vice versa. What things do you not do in the spring and the summertime that you do in the wintertime? Just tell us your spring hair care tips. That's all I'm trying to get to. Please share yours with us. We are all just kind of learning. I know everybody has something to add. Maybe you can't think of anything, but then you read somebody else's comment and go, oh yeah, that for sure. Because I know that that happens to me almost every time. I learn so much from you guys. And so I love it when you share and help each other out. If there's anything I can answer for you, drop it down in the comment section. I can't wait to see all your tips. I can't wait to hear what you think and how your hair is doing coming out of the winter season into the spring season. Are you finding more issues with your hair? Let's comment down in the comment section and I will meet you guys there and we will just talk about it and see how we can help each other resolve some of these issues so that you can continue your hair journey successfully. That's it, you guys. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I would appreciate if you haven't been here before to subscribe to the channel. I've tried to use my limited knowledge of what I've experienced myself in addition to what I've learned from cosmetology school to help you as much as I can. And so if there's anything you think I might be able to help you with, if I don't know it, I will try to find it out. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the weather. I hope it's as warm where you are as it is here. It is just beautiful. Sun's out. We're getting that nice cool breeze. It's not hot and sticky yet. And I love this time of year. Love seeing things rejuvenate and replenish. And it's just a good time for us as well to replenish. Sometimes the winter time doesn't agree so much with us, our mood, our weight, so many things, you know, just go south in the winter time. And so the spring, there's just this new awakening, and it's just a great time for you to follow your dreams, start exercising, do, you know, to get out more, take more walks, go and whatever it is that will just help keep you awake and keep you fulfilled and rejuvenated, and then spread a little of that joy everywhere you go. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.